I expected my family to pay for my birthday dinner, but they didn't, and I couldn't eat. Yesterday I turned 18 years old. For the past 6 years, like clockwork, every day on my birthday we'd go to the same place for dinner, and I'd always get the same thing. For those who are a bit confused, I have extreme OCD and high-functioning autism, which means I'm very well regulated and like things to stay the same way that they always have been. Back to the story. Every year on my birthday, we go to Applebee's. The first thing I would get is the steak and shrimp parmesan with a side of loaded mashed potatoes and cheesy steamed broccoli. Hate me or not, with a side of mozzarella sticks. In total, it's around $30. A bit expensive, I know. I couldn't really tell something was off until a bit later because when me, my mother, my stepfather, and my older brother sat down, they didn't really say anything. I was confused at first and started tapping my fingers on one another like I always do. The conversation went a little bit like this, not an exact replica. Mother, well, I was rather confused. Well, Mother, aren't you going to call the waiter over? This gave me extreme anxiety. I have extreme issues with speaking with people, and I tend to stutter and get very, very scared if that's the right word. I asked her if she could do it, and she does it in a huff, my dad and brother staring nonchalantly. As she calls the waiter over, the alarm bells are ringing in my head. This is never how it went before. As the waiter gets to the table, he asks everyone what they want, and everyone orders. As he gets to me, my mother stops him and tells him separate bill. This is when my heart began beating very fast. I don't know a job. All the money I get is from our neighbors raking leaves. I just kind of freeze. I don't really say anything and I get a really bad stomachache from the anxiety. This is where I'm conflicted on whether I'm the asshole or not. My mother would explain at the table that now that I'm 18, I should be able to pay for my own things. I was already feeling nauseous from this situation, so I just said I don't have the money. My mom kind of huffs and shoos the waiter away. This soured the dinner party. However, my mom also paid for my 23-year-old brother. My family were calling me an entitled little crap the whole ride home. When I got home, I just ran to my room and cried. They've been ignoring me the whole day. I may be bad at social cues, but my family has never acted like this before. I mean, never. They've been treating me horrible the whole day. I feel very angry and upset at my family. If I would have been warned, I would have saved my raking money. I also don't mean this to be a validation post. I have all the information you have. I'm just very confused and I'm terrible with social cues. Asperger's, am I right? My family gets a little tight on money. I guess I really should have asked before I assumed they were going to pay it for me. But I missed out on my birthday dinner because I wasn't mature enough to bring my own money. I'm just going to rake leaves for a couple weeks to order it from takeout. Before you start attacking my family, this could totally just be me missing some social cue or something. I'm very terrible at picking up hints. I understand what my parents did was horrible, but I can't claim I didn't do anything wrong when there was nothing wrong beforehand. I've cried about it and tried speaking with them, but they don't want to talk to me. I don't know what I did. For everyone concerned about me, I am fine, thanks. Also, everyone, I'm high-functioning autistic. It's a bit difficult to pick up on social cues, and besides the anxiety, I'm fine. I'm going to have a sit-down with my parents tomorrow and talk things over. This post kind of painted them as monsters. But I was a very tough kid. Everyone's saying to leave and call the state, etc. A psychologist deemed me perfectly capable of being independent if I could work on my anxiety. My parents have been loving, but I could be a troublemaker sometimes.